On a perfect day, things move slow around you. When everything's okay, tell me more about you.
Good stuff there. It's Come Around, one of the new songs from our friend Cami Stinson, who joins us here in the Oklahomans Video Studio for some lunchtime interview and entertainment here at the Oklahomans Video Studio. I'm Dave Morse, joined by our friend Cami Stinson. How are you?
Great, Dave. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's always great to see you. Congrats on your continued success and the new album, which can be found on iTunes.
Thank you.
Now, you brought some friends with you. Who has joined us?
Aaron Squirrel and Jesse Herring.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey.
They're band members.
And the band is Vastye, right?
Vastye.
Vastye is the name of the band. What's the story behind the name of the band?
So Vastye is my middle name, and it's a family name that's basically been passed down through the women in my family through our middle name. So my mom's name is Loretta Vastye, and like her grandma's name was Vivian Vastye Terry. So it's a special meaning and a unique word, so I thought it would be a cool thing for an artist name.
Very good. And you've known these guys for quite a while, right?
Yeah, I love these guys. They both were students at ACM, where I teach. Aaron was one of the first graduates, and Jesse was not that long after. But
And Aaron, we were talking about that. When was this? It seems like ACM and UCO just started, / it's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's probably been about 8 years now.
And you were part of the first class, right?
First class.
Very good. What are you doing these days?
Well, I've been living out in LA for the past couple of years, and I've been working with fellow ACM graduate Dante Jones, who's went on to win a Grammy with Kelly Clarkson.
You know, just a little Grammy.
Just a little Grammy action.
no big deal.
No
Right.
big deal.
Diverge too much.
So you've done some work out there. You're back here in Oklahoma City right now?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. And of course, part of Vastye. And Jessica, you.
Yeah, I graduated from ACM with my bachelor's, and ever since then I just sing with anyone and everyone, especially Cami whenever she messages me. So that's what I do. I just sing with all kinds of people.
Well, that's fantastic. Great to see both of you. Congrats on all of your success. We'll hear you in just a second as you guys will perform a little come around for us at the end of this interview. And Cami, you're back at ACM at UCO. You've been there for quite a while.
Yeah, since the second semester it was open, and it's something I really never thought I would want to do, teaching. And then
How is teaching? I'm not sure I would have the patience to teach.
it's awesome. And so when I lived in Tulsa, I drove back and forth just to keep working there.
Because music is one of those things that, as a musician, you just kind of get it. You know, you can hear the music, you have that rhythm, you have that drive or whatever. And I'm assuming if you're a student at ACM at UCO, you probably want to be there and study music. But how hard is it to convey that to other people?
It definitely was a process to figure out how to, rethink some of the things that came more naturally to me, like singing harmony, for example, is something I thought before people could either do or they couldn't do. And now from teaching, I've figured out it can definitely be learned. People can learn to sing on pitch that normally can't. And I've seen it and I've helped them do that. So it's crazy if you just have, I'm just so into it and such a nerd about voice training that I like to spend the time trying to figure out
Well, I've spoken to several of your colleagues there at ACM at UCO, and you guys take a deep dive into the theory. It's not just, hey, bang out 3 or 4 chords and then, play the chorus. There really is a lot of theory that you guys know and are conveying.
We have some of the best musicians in Oklahoma working there, and some of our staff and faculty are doing huge things themselves, and so it's really cool because our boss, Scott Booker, really encourages us to go out and do our own things like record an album and tour, and he can help us with scheduling if we need to. But some of my colleagues are in the Flaming Lips, and my guitarist from the album just headlined Coachella and Lollapalooza, so they're doing great stuff, so they're able to kind of bring that back to the students.
And that guitarist is Mitch Bell, very, very good guitarist. What's he up to these days?
He's working at ACM, and then he's playing with Zoo, an electronic band that actually just has a #1 album on Billboard.
Very cool.
For the electronic genre. So cool stuff.
So what are you teaching at ACM at UCO these days?
I teach voice lessons, and then I teach a couple like business and marketing classes for musicians. Even one that's kind of a finance for artists to help them.
It seems like that would be invaluable for any musician, frankly, any college student to have some personal finance classes.
Yeah, and the class is really, Nick Lay, who plays in the Flaming Lips, and is a great help up there. He taught it before, so he kind of structured the class exactly for artists and our students to help them be successful financially. So now I'm teaching that this semester, and it's a really good class. So we've had one class so far, but
It was a good class.
it's a great class.
You felt really good about that one class, right? We're chatting with Cami Stinson, local musician. She's going to play Come Around here in just a second. You've been on the stage for a long, long time. The first time I was looking back in our archives that we produced something with you was back in 2010.
Oh, wow.
Back when we were up on Britain and Broadway. What got you started in music?
Well, there's a clip of that, too.
There it is, right?
Honestly, what got me started in music was when I was in kindergarten. We were singing America the Beautiful just in our class, and the music teacher stopped everyone when we were singing, and she singled me out. Her name is Mrs. Sarders, so I owe her a lot.
Give her a shout out.
Mrs. Sarders from Sulphur, Oklahoma. And she singled me out and she said, "Cami, you sing that by yourself." And it scared me to death because I thought I was in trouble, so I was usually goofing off. And then she asked my mom if she could teach me voice lessons. And I guess I was probably the one paying attention or on pitch or something. But so then she helped me a lot, and I couldn't really read the songs that she was giving me yet. So my mom would draw pictures of the words. Like these are a few of my favorite things. It has a lot of complicated words for a 5-year-old.
Did that come natural to your mom to teach that way?
Yeah, I think so. My mom is actually an award-winning teacher herself, so when I was, trying to figure out how to convey some of my ideas at ACM, I definitely asked her for help. She had great ideas.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
What's your favorite instrument to play? We've shot you a few times with the violin, the fiddle.
Yeah, I like playing the fiddle. My favorite thing to do musically is honestly to build harmony parts and layers of vocal stuff. And I play enough keys to write songs, and I love doing that too, so.
All right, so you have the new album out, and you can go to vastye.com for more information on that. And by the way, we should say that video we're seeing there is an early production of the video that will be released coming up on September 9th at the release party at Noir over on Film Row, produced by Adam Ray and his crew. Good looking stuff there. What can we expect? What can we hear on the album?
Really good beats, and the musicianship is great. Matt Stansberry produced it. He's doing amazing things, and he co-wrote all of the songs with me. So it has some of them have a really peppier and more upbeat sound than I would have originally written them, and they turned out great.
A lot of his stuff with the romance right now is pretty peppy and upbeat.
Yeah, and the drummer for Horse Thief, Alberto, played on it, and he just plays in the pocket, and Raul played bass, and there's just every single person that was involved in the project is so tight. So the main thing that I like about the album is really the instrumentation and the beats, and then we tried to layer harmonies. And
the earlier clip that we were playing, the black and white clip, When You're Out Tonight, I think was the song. That had some texture to it as well when the organ came in late in that. So it seems like you've always kind of had that in the back of your mind when you're writing songs.
Yeah, I really like to layer things and have different sounds and interest and things that propel you to the next part of the song, and it's really fun just to layer up all those sounds.
All right, where can people find you next? I believe you have a release party coming up this week up in Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa, Friday at Mixco, which is an awesome bar across the street from the BOK Center, and they have live music there all the time, and it's a really great, fun place that we kind of played quite a bit when I was in Tulsa. So
cool.
Yeah.
Did you like being up in Tulsa?
I did, and it was really hard for me to leave here because I have so many friends in Oklahoma City, but I met some awesome people. The music scene's great. There's so many good players. I made some good connections. And my keyboard player that's playing for these 2 shows is a guy that I met in Tulsa, Scott McQuaid, and he's just like dynamite.
All right, very good. You also will be on air at KOSU coming up.
For their fundraising show, September 8th, which is a Thursday, and it's a live studio audience thing. And we'll do, I think, two songs on that show, and you can listen on the radio.
KOSU, 7 to 10 p.m. on September 8th, leading into the next night, as we mentioned, the premiere party for the video, the album over at Noir Film Row, September 9th. And you brought some friends on that as well.
Yes.
You have comedian Brandon Patrick, JB.
Brandon Patrick is a friend of mine who's a really funny comedian, and he currently lives in Kansas City, but he's going to come back for the show, which is really exciting. And Adam and Kizzy, who do great, they call it Edo music. It's like their own genre. But
Okay.
it's a really great, like, pop, soul, somewhat gospel, chord bass. It's really, really good stuff. And then JB is going to make an appearance because he's on 2 of the tracks.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's going to come rap on the tracks, which is Bright Lights.
One last question before we ask you to play us a song. I remember one of the first times I met you was over at the Prohibition Room, over at the Gold Dome building. You had a show, you had a night that you hosted there where musicians could come in and play jazz. And
Yeah.
really, really good jazz. And then you hosted a gig over at in the Paseo District. I don't remember if that was Picasso at that point or what the place was called, but kind of the same thing. And now you're teaching students over at ACM at UCO. And in fact, you had a place at Whiskey Chicks as well. And what makes you want to collaborate, support, promote other musicians?
I really love Oklahoma City, and when I first graduated from college, I wanted to move to LA or New York or Nashville, which totally makes sense for a musician. But so I had a terrible attitude for a while about being here and just thinking our city doesn't have enough music stuff. And so I kind of just decided that I would do the things that I wish that we had and try to make it work with the resources that I had. And so we had jazz jams for sure, but I tried to make one that was a little more collective and get the word out and try to get younger people there to, kind of promote that genre a little bit more. And then the Homegrown Showcase.
That's right.
Was really fun. And really, I think that the better everyone else does in the city, the better I can do, and we can grow a scene here too. So just like being part of a music family, and it works really well here. Some of the musicians that do really well are very supportive of other people, and I think we have a really unique city in that way.
Well, good for you for being inclusive and supporting and helping to promote all the music that's here in this scene. The song is called Come Around. What's it by, or what's it about?
It's about actually the feeling of falling in love with my husband. So
By the way, congrats. How's
Thanks.
married life going?
it's good. Yeah, so we've been married about a year.
He's a cool dude. I met him down at Norman Music Festival. Had a good time that night.
Thanks. Yeah. So he's actually in the video. I convinced him to do it. I really was nervous about doing the video because I'm not an actress, but I wanted to promote the song. And so he's in the video at the very end too.
Very good. All right. Well, this has Come Around. I'll shut up. No one wants to hear me talk. And we'll hear from Cami Stinson, supported by Aaron Squirrel, Jessica Herring. Cami, thanks so much for stopping in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Best of luck with the upcoming stuff
Thanks,
and the
Dave.
songs. All right. Here's Cami Stinson with Come Around.
Have you ever been here on a perfect day? Things move slow around you when everything's okay. And tell me more about you. I wanna know it all. What's behind your big smile? What's behind your wall? These feelings don't come around too much. I'm thinking that we'll be here in love. Come closer, baby, we'll be fine. You'll see this feeling feeling don't come around, round me. This feeling don't come around too much. I'm thinking that we'll be here in love. Come closer, baby, we'll be fine. You'll see this feeling don't come around, round me. Can we talk a moment? I've got a lot to say. Let's talk about forever. Let's make another way. I see us in the morning, walking down the street. I see us sipping champagne, somewhere back in Greece. These feelings don't come around too much. I'm thinking that we'll be here in love. Come closer, baby, we'll be fine. You'll see this feeling don't come around, round me. This feeling don't come around too much. I'm thinking that we'll be here in love. Come closer, baby, we'll be fine. You'll see this feeling don't come around, round me.
Great job. That's Cami Stinson. The band is Vastye. You can find more information at vastye.com. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for coming in. That was fun. Great job. Sounded amazing.